Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach and today we're doing another ECOMI VeVe video. Currently the price is 7444 on a low of 7377 and a high of 8104. Let's just quickly refresh that. 7467. So in this video we're going to be looking at Champion Vibe. He's been talking about Logan Paul and Pokemon NFT stuff. Now when I saw this on Twitter I thought, oh great, we're bringing up news from, you know, back before, but I want to see what he has to talk about because I've seen some people saying that it's some really interesting stuff. I'm excited. Let's get into it.
How crazy is it to know that that's not even the craziest Pokemon story? I'm not saying that we could say shit, but I'm just saying, like, isn't that wild to imagine that what the story you just told is paled dramatically by a story that you will tell in the next, and this will only matter to Pokemon fans out there, but like you guys have your brains cannot even begin to fathom what has occurred. So I won't even begin to spoil or try to make you understand.
It's large. I was gonna say this. I'll say it now. It feels like a good spot for all my fans and people who care about me and watch my moves and follow this podcast. My inactivity on social media is not indicative of my activity in real life. I've been working very hard and very smart, moreover, on some really big things behind the scenes. And like, y'all see me traveling. You think I'm just traveling? You think I'm just going on vacation? I don't fucking do vacations.
You think he's doing vacation?
I don't do vacations.
You walked out of that fight and became obsessed, manically driven to complete this next project, which is yet to be revealed, but you will reveal. I know that your work on said project is coming to an end within the next how many?
35.
35 days.
35 days. Now that podcast came out on October 26th. Maybe it was recorded the day before, but give or take whatever it was, that pretty much takes you to November 30th, maybe November 29th. Now, dating back to another podcast, Logan Paul was talking about how he was on a little bit of a bender using whatever substances to kind of fuel him creatively. And he talked about he would quit whatever he was doing around November 29th or November 30th. Let me roll that clip now.
So when do me and him step in and say, okay, you're done?
November 29th.
And then we have the right to be like, okay, you're done with the shit.
Yeah.
November 29th.
November 30th.
Okay, fine.
Now, how does Logan Paul describe whatever he's working on himself? What are his own words? Let me roll another clip for you.
I'll just say it. About 30 plus days ago, we sat on this podcast in Vegas, and I mentioned I had this idea. And I said it's one of the greatest, most, in my opinion, brilliant things I've ever conceptualized. And it's kind of taken over me. It is completely consumed me in a way where I've just never felt this creatively limitless.
So what do we know now? Logan Paul has something big he wants to announce at the end of November, and Logan Paul also has some sort of announcement to make regarding Pokemon whenever. Now those could be completely related. They could be not related at all. But they're weird coincidences to say the least. Now, on top of that, where does CryptoZoo come in? Logan Paul's NFT project he already has kind of released and has been working on.
I actually haven't looked at this enough. I need to take a look at CryptoZoo.
Well, let me replay a snippet from one of the clips I already showed you.
Like, y'all see me traveling. You think I'm just traveling? You think I'm just going on vacation? I don't fucking do vacations.
You think he's doing vacation?
I don't do vacations.
So Logan says he's been going on business trips while talking about this Pokemon project yet to be released. Now, he might also be talking about a commercial he is making for CryptoZoo, which also could line up around that November 30th date we talked about, which he explains in this recording from a CryptoZoo Q&A.
As soon as that's like, bro, the commercial's 70% done. I just need I'll just say I just need the dev team to come through with their date. It's a learning I've taken away in crypto is like there is a level of patience that has to be exercised. My strategy here is, because I'm seeing some questions here, is like, yo, why don't you tweet CryptoZoo, make a video about CryptoZoo, blah blah blah. I hope everyone understands that the moment I do that, and the cat is out of the bag per se, because you only really one of my like theories in life is you only can make one first impression. Yeah,
definitely one at scale first impression generally does the trick. Although that does sort of scale over, or like that does operate over time, but yeah.
It's just true. And I want it to hit hard because I know for a fact people are going to be so stoked when they see the first commercial for this game. And I really don't want to put that steam behind it until we are 100% ironed out behind the scenes. Does that make sense?
Let's get those ads out here. eToro.
He's been on these business trips, potentially recording this commercial for CryptoZoo. But in one of his podcasts, he said something else.
And bro, you know what the craziest part was? The reason Danny was there was because we flew her to Iceland with that life-size 6-foot Charizard costume that David Cho made me. Because we were going to carry it up the volcano and take a picture of it in front of the lava.
Genius.
So while he was in Iceland, potentially on one of these business trips, which might again be for the CryptoZoo commercial, he wanted to take a picture with the Charizard. Now again, that could be a coincidence. He loves Pokemon regardless, and that would be a really cool picture on top of all of that. But how many coincidences can you have at the same time? Also, something else I want to bring up is the similarities between CryptoZoo and Pokemon. So with Pokemon, you have animated animals. It's a huge brand, obviously. And now for CryptoZoo, you have basically pictures of animals that are breeded together. So, you know, there could be a potential for somehow those two brands kind of working together, but that might be a little bit of a stretch. So how else could Logan?
I mean, I'm thinking about it being a code name as well. I mean, I don't know how sort of tied in Logan is with VeVe, Ecomi and stuff. Like, I literally don't know. It might be that because obviously Ecomi's, well, the price just zooted up when he spoke about it back earlier this year. So in gaming at least, and I would imagine this is just in general entertainment, I guess. When it comes to projects and even in tech, actually in tech as well, you have code names. Now, I'm not saying that this is what's happening, but, you know, it's definitely a possibility. Something I think about, at least. Something I think
Paul
about.
Be working with Pokemon apart from CryptoZoo. Well, that brings us to VeVe, or VeVe, I don't really know how to pronounce it, which is basically an app which is a marketplace for NFTs, backed by ECOMI, which is OMI. That's the ticker symbol. Now, Logan Paul is well aware of VeVe and Ecomi. Let me roll that clip for you right now.
These brands, OMI, I think is like another.
Of course, this is what essentially I would imagine what sort of contributed towards the price pump earlier.
Other one,
Bro.
Fuck.
Am I good?
What are you saying? You have the same weird little coins that no one's ever heard of yet as me.
Let's go.
You have Omi?
Yeah, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
I bought a bunch of that because I like that one. Pokemon.
Y'all definitely talked about this.
No, on my
so
kids, yo.
Because I got in on Omi, and then I saw some stuff that I liked a little better, so I got out. But I probably, now that you said it, I'll probably get back in.
Omi, this is not financial advice. You know what Omi is at right now, right?
It's like fractions. It's hundredths of a penny.
It's 0.003. This they didn't pay me to do this. They should. I'll reach out to them. But
We'll take free coins.
It's like a fraction of a cent of a cent.
Yep.
That's the coin that should the infrastructure and the model pop in the way that I think it will, because it's based on the VeVe NFTs, who has IP out the fucking ass. Because that's where I think this NFT, I do believe it is a little bit of a bubble right now, but I believe the ones that will power through will be based around IP.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice how Chase Hero, which is Logan Paul's business partner, mentioned just Pokemon randomly there? Again, might just be yet another coincidence, but whatever. Now let's talk about why VeVe has maybe the potential to launch something like a Pokemon NFT. I'm just looking through their app right now, and they have licenses from Adventure Time, Back to the Future, Batman, Cartoon Network, Captain America, DC, Ghostbusters, James Bond, Marvel. Like, the list goes on and on. The Powerpuff Girls, Spider-Man, Star.
Okay, so we know a lot of this, so I'm just going to go a bit forward, obviously, because we talk about this on the channel all the time.
Of this whole project started to buy up licenses. This was
Hang on, this is okay. Now we're looking at Andre Jerk.
Could it go up? Well, let's bring Andre back to explain that token first.
Okay, so I'm not sure. I want to see sort of the Logan Paul stuff because everything else we've obviously spoken about a lot on this channel anyway. So
if you just put Nintendo and VeVe on,
hey, look at me over here
on Google, and you scroll down, you could see it says Nintendo Switch VeVe on Walmart. I think this is Canada.
Okay.
That might just be completely random. I don't really know what the Switch has anything to do with.
That looks like a search result on Walmart specifically.
I don't know. I randomly saw that during my research, wanted to bring it up. And then also,
I think that's more of a web listing than a
Alcon person.
Okay,
Cool.
so we're going to our car and stuff. So let's have a look at what Zorro has to say, because I can see there's a segment on it here about that.
He's been working on CryptoZoo, an NFT breeding game with mini games, with any sort of functionalities, everything. He's just been working on this for the last 7 months, right? Now, Logan, he has been working. He's been traveling, but he has been working hard behind the scenes. And we also saw some snaps or some Instagram videos of him in Mexico with an egg.
I mean, my mic's really close to my mouth, and people on my gaming channels laugh at me for it, but this is a different level.
We think what was an egg. We also saw him in Iceland with an egg, right? So Iceland.
Respect for getting the best audio quality possible. Just, yeah, wow.
Maybe he wanted to get some nice scenery with an egg for promo. Maybe Mexico, he wanted something maybe deserty.
Things, if they were to even happen, they're probably very complicated to work out, and that pretty much.
So this was awesome to see. It was awesome to see this, sort of the culmination of the different clips. And CryptoZoo, I'm a little bit ashamed to say that I wasn't even aware of CryptoZoo, so I need to look into that and I'll report back on it once I've sort of thought about it and looked at it, researched it, etc., done some DD on it. Having said that, the one thing that I'm not sure about when it comes to Pokemon, and I think and I hope ECOMI sort of take this on board, which I really think that they'll have thought of this, a month back, 2 months back, is the platform ready for it yet? Now, the Disney drops have been less than successful. I get, of course, that, I've been one of the biggest sort of cheerleaders for ECOMI when I'm talking about, of course, in competitive integrity. But I do wonder how, we saw the past 2 Disney drops sort of had their own different sort of dynamics, failures, and sort of things that have done well as well. I do wonder how that would go with Pokemon at this point. I want them to get this down really well, because Pokemon is far more, in my opinion at least, when you look at Pokemon Go, there's such a active audience and they will just shoot on it as soon as they find something like this. So they need to make sure that the app is ready. That being said, it is 4 o'clock in the morning. I need to get some rest. I saw CryptoZoo on Twitter, wanted to have a quick look at what he was talking about. Of course, make sure to subscribe to him if you haven't already. If this video was interesting or helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, my like is always much appreciated. And if you would like to be kept happening in this topic every single day, most of today, this is my channel. I cover everything going on every single day. So if you want to be up to happening, hit that subscribe button, keep notifications on. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next VeVe video.